squandering the rookie contract window of their franchise quarterback, and I think even more importantly, damaging him to where he might not be the franchise quarterback anymore. Did you have over or under 3 weeks that we would be getting texts and calls during the postgame show asking about Davis Mills? Did you have over or under 3 weeks for that? So.
I would have had the under on that, I suppose.
The over, you would have it.
Well, it's always tricky with the,
You would have had after the third.
Oh, yeah. I would have had the after, yeah. No, I wouldn't have even contemplated it, but there you have it. And I don't know, like, CJ, the problem with it is that Davis Mills has already gone through the things that CJ Stroud is now going through in terms of just kind of really playing it out, trying to make excuses for him, see if it's the offensive coordinator's issue or whatever. No, CJ Stroud is now smack dab in the middle of that, where people are having, I think most people are, even if they were previously adamantly 100% always in CJ's corner, you got to start to wonder and look at, all right, look, Caley obviously, as of right now, is not the guy you dreamed of, but can we blame this all on Nick Caley? Is CJ himself is the one that wanted more control and command behind the line of scrimmage, and it's CJ that looks lost and frazzled most of the time walking around. He looks like a guy who just realized, like, woke up 5 minutes before his big presentation and realizes, like, oh crap, I'm not prepared for this.
This is a crisis, man. Because there is nothing about this offense that tells me this is getting solved anytime soon. Like, it's bad. It's really bad.
It's bad, and it's the kind of thing that actually gets worse somehow. Even though the the Texans are the worst scoring offense in football. I mean, I'm close to being able to say that about the Astros over any given stretch or as of recently. They're the worst scoring team in football. They're only fourth lowest in terms of total yardage. Huzzah! And the only glimmer of hope that I kind of have is that in the fourth quarter of the first game against the Rams and then yesterday is that they seem to look like they have figured some things out by the fourth quarter. But then it's done in by an Agumbawale fumble and a Nico Collins fumble. Yeah. I'd love to sit here, and God bless the people that say, hey, look, one or two plays and it could have been different. Yeah, you can always say that. It could easily have been one or two plays in the other direction, and these would feel even worse or look even worse than they already are.
Yeah, you know what, Ben? Hey, Ben, get D'Amico his opening statement.
Uno.
I mean, we'll hit this again at 7 o'clock because we've got an audience that dips in and out as they drive in. This would be my message to D'Amico Ryans. Were he listening right now? Let me play his cut. This was his first answer. It might have even been an opening statement at the press conference yesterday about how yesterday's game went.
When you have the penalty to knock us back a lot offensively, defensively, penalty in the end zone, you turn the ball over 3 times, that's tough to win in this league. It's tough enough to win, but when you put yourself in position where you're helping the opponent, like, that's just not a good recipe for winning football. So until we clean up the things we can clean up, right, then we play winning football, then we'll have a chance to turn it around. But again, man, we're close. That's what it is. We're close, but close isn't good enough. So we got to pick it up and find a way to get a win.
You're not close. You are not close, and I'm going to tell you 2 things about being close. You need to stop saying it. You have to stop saying that you're close. Losers say that they're close. 2 things. 1, you can't spend 30 seconds listing all the things you did wrong, a long list of things yesterday, and then say you're close. By definition, you just listed a long list of things. Here's the other thing, Seth, and this is literally the definition of close coming back to bite. They have been in the red zone as an offense in the red zone. They haven't scored in the red zone yet. They've been in the red zone 4 times all year in 3 games. 4 times in 3 games. Last I checked, the red zone is next to the end zone, and the end zone is where points are scored. You, by definition, D'Amico, are not close to score. Your team doesn't get close to scoring points right now. You're not close at all. And here's the thing. By saying you're close means just a little thing here, a little thing there. This offense needs to improve massively for you to avoid a 4-13 season right now. Yeah. Your defense is good. It's not great. great it's these games. You are so far offensively from close right now. This is worse than any offense I've seen since the Bill O'Brien. This is worse than Cully and worse than like Pep Hamilton and that era right now.
The thing about the being close, except for shooting ourselves in our feet or our own foot, whatever, in the collective foot, is that in the first week, yes, the penalties, you could look at the play-by-play and say, oh, wow, they really screwed themselves with penalties. This week, it was much more, oh, you screwed yourself with taking a 12-yard loss on a sack. Mm-hmm. Oh, you screwed yourself by, like, gunning the ball at 1,000 miles per hour at, I don't even know what Woody Mark's body part. Right. No, you're screwing. Like, you're hurting yourself early and down with bad plays.
Bad plays.
It's a 3-and-out because you got a sack. It's a 3-and-out because you had a bad incompletion. It's not, oh, no, we had an illegal shift and we just need to clean that up. It's getting worse, and it's going to get worse as long as defensive coordinators continue to have more and more film with which to evaluate you and see exactly. I mean, the one huge breath of life that was injected into the offense in the fourth quarter was when the defense got a turnover because Trevor Lawrence is an idiot, and then then a blown coverage, which you set up by being horrible at throwing the deep ball. It was like the late-stage Ben Roethlisberger. Remember, every now and then he'd have a deep ball thrown, but it was because nobody respected his deep ball. Right. So he would they would set up the deep ball by being horrible at the deep ball. So you dink and dunk. The Jaguars get a little bit over-aggressive and bite on a really nice double move by Nico Collins, but it's not anything sustainable. Yeah. It's something that it pops up every now and then in the fourth quarter, and then there you have it. I'm at a loss right now, given that Archuleta made a good point several times in the game. They're like, hey, CJ's got nothing but tight window throws available to him, this, that, and the other. But also, CJ does not look nearly as comfortable making those tight window throws. I've seen him make plenty of tight window throws before, but when it comes down to trying to execute the offense, even when he does have pass protection, it's not there. And then that first interception, great. The defensive back baited him a little bit. That was still just a horribly thrown football. Yeah. That's with deeper and with more air underneath it, that's not an interception. Yeah. And is it because he's off kilter because the offense is just such a wreck, or is part of why the offense lacks rhythm and is so off kilter because CJ himself doesn't have that same ball placement specialist ability? Yep. It's just ugly right now.
It's so bad. It is so bad. It's not, and you're not close. DeMeco is an honest human being. He comes across as completely dishonest when he says it's close. You sound like a car salesman, a bad one, a used car salesman, the quintessential bad car salesman. A lot of good car salesmen out there. Let me be very clear, all right?
Right, yeah. You're like a cartoon version of a car salesman.
Thank you, yeah. Bad suits.
Close. First half, 3-and-out. Yeah. Three and out.
Yeah.
I had a 13-play majestic field goal drive.
Think about,
then 3-and-out.
Think about what you just said as a slight positive. Like, well, by the fourth quarter, in 2 of these 3 games, it looked like they started to figure some things out. That's the compliment that they're getting paid is, hey, I know it took 3.5 quarters, but good job looking like you figured some. Now, if you could hold on to the football, that would be amazing.
Both of these, and God bless everybody listening who made it through that entire game. I mean, you were rewarded in the fourth quarter when things kind of got exciting. Yeah. There was genuine excitement in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
So both those offenses were just abysmal.
Yeah, the Jags are not a good team. That's not a good football team.
No, they are. The one thing that I'd say, too, is I'm not going to crush the defense the way I did last week because they let you down in the fourth quarter. Right. But the defense was lucky that there were as many dropped balls as there were.
Dude.
And that Brian Thomas Jr. has the yips.
They had 4 drop balls within 6 plays across various drives. That was wild. They had a drive that was all drops. Literally, the whole thing was drops. It was crazy.
Henry To'oTo'o can't tackle a 123-pound wide receiver.
No.
And Travis Hunter. Yeah, Travis Hunter had 1 reception for 22 yards in this game, and it should have been 1 reception for 1 yard max. Yeah, but I understood getting shook in the open field or something, but Henry To'oTo'o puts his head behind the ball carrier, just can't even nudge a 119-pound dude.
All right, Texans aren't close to a playoff team right now.